Hi, it's Melissa coming in, just doing a reading for the collective. I hope you're all keeping well, as usual. Remember, this is a collective reading, it's not a private one, okay? So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You'll know if it's for you or not. If it's not for you, another one will come up that is for you. It's just the way it works. But you want the right message, you know? So don't be making it fit to your circumstances unless it does. So what I have here popping out straight away. Oh, mirrored desire. Okay, so what I have here is a situation of mutual desire between two people. So there's a lot of lustful, almost like a craving. Okay, and with the mirrored card coming out here, it does talk about this being reflected back. So there's a lot of mutual desire happening between two people. Always a good start to the reading. So if you were questioning if this person desires you as much as you desire them, the cards are saying yes, abundantly. Okay, so it's actually as well what I'm getting is that they fancy you just as much as you fancy them, okay? Okay, so I do have an apology here that is after coming out. Oh, my camera light. Whoops. Okay, so somebody made a mistake, had a bit of a blunder, which is the apology that came out. Okay, and what I have, I'm getting that from, I read everything that happens during a reading. I read it as being part of the reading as well. So what I'm getting is some kind of change of feelings here that has happened, and somebody coming back begging for you to forgive them. This is of paramount importance to this person. This person wants that forgiveness for whatever it is that has happened here. So I'm coming in with the other deck. I'm coming in with the tarot. I feel a rush, and there's no need for me to be feeling a rush feeling right now. So I'm getting that this person's coming in quite hasty. Like they have to make this right, and they have to do it quickly for some reason. They have this urgency. That's what it is. It's a feeling of urgency that this person is feeling to come in and make things right, to apologize, because the desire on both sides is indeed mutual. They messed up. They messed up. I do have, let me say, so I have some kind of reunion or gathering here happening, some kind of small offer coming in through a message to meet up in some kind of capacity here. And let me see. So there has been some kind of breakup or some kind of separation that has happened here. I am picking up that there was third party involvement that happened here. Okay, and I do have both the King of Cups and the King of Swords that came out. So the King of Cups would talk about a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and the King of Swords would talk about an air sign, which is Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So these are relevant in the situation here somehow. Now what I'm getting is a love triangle with a friend. So whether somebody was involved romantically with this friend or not, it did cause an interference in this relationship. So a third party doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic connection that happened, but it can be anything that gets in the way of this relationship or any relationship. It's an outside influence. There's only supposed to be the relationship dynamic isn't with anybody else or anything else. It's not with your job. That's a completely different relationship in itself. So that would be a third party. It's that kind of element. But what I'm getting here is I am getting two masculine energies coming out. So one of them is involved in the partnership and the other one is the third party that's interfering. So that could be a friend. Okay. It could be a friend here with the Three of Cups, or it could be a relative as well. I am picking up the energy of a relative that's got in the way. So I also have the Queen of Swords coming out here with the King of Swords. So very, very heavy. I've put masculine and feminine energy in the air sign, Gemini, Libra or Aquarius. I can't shake off that feeling of urgency that's been placed on me. Somebody here has set a lot of boundaries. Okay, so I have a divine masculine coming out here. Somebody stepping into their power, into their authority. Somebody who's putting their foot down basically. And I have the Justice card coming out. So I'm really getting the energy here of somebody who set very firm boundaries. And this was their version of taking control of the situation for a separation to happen here with the Justice card. And I have somebody who didn't listen to their heart, to listen to logic. Instead, this person made a decision out of what they thought would be the right thing to do, by drawing those boundaries and cutting somebody off is what I'm getting, only for this person to realize that they have made a mistake. So let me see. Now this person's coming back with an apology because they see things from a different viewpoint, a different angle. It was family. There was a family connection here that was getting in the way. When, if you remember there about a minute ago, I thought that it was a family connection, this third party element that was getting in the way. So it was either a family or somebody that they look at as being family, because family isn't always who we're born into that unit. Sometimes family can be like a group of friends or a church group or whatever that behaves like family, and you have that connection with them like family. So because the connection was so strong with this third party element here, I am hearing values coming into it, playing a role, like family values and traditions. So whatever group this person was a member of, that did play a role in swaying this person into making a decision which they now view differently and are coming back to apologize because their feelings have changed. But this desire, you have this mutual desire between the two of you, and I have this at the bottom of that card there. It does talk about reconnecting, and I really am getting this person coming back with the intention of reconnecting and being regretful for being swayed by the opinions of others, for not listening to what they felt in their own heart. Instead, you had them listening to logic, somebody coming from a logical standpoint as opposed to an emotional one. Logic is great if somebody is in a situation that's abusive or something like that, where you need to put logic first because you need to protect yourself, you know. But when you have a relationship that needs an emotional decision, because it's an emotional connection, and there is no reason why you would have to put logic first, this person found out that that logical decision wasn't the right one. And I'm hearing it was motivated by fear. Okay, this person's fears were triggered here in some way in this situation. It's very possible with the King of Swords, the Emperor card and the Justice card coming out, I am picking up, and the Queen of Swords, I am picking up somebody here who is quite decisive, okay, but somebody who could be working in some kind of job that requires discernment. So for example, this person could be a solicitor or working with the law in some way, or government official, or somebody who makes those kind of decisions has interfered in this relationship. And I don't get the energy that this person meant to. Whatever career this person, this third party is in, they are used to making decisions out of logic and not being swayed by their emotion, because especially with the swords cards coming out here, those are people who are very discerning. Everything's logical. Everything is, this is the energy of somebody who will sit around a family table and say, for example, if it's a masculine energy, when he comes home from work, he'll sit at the table, and if his wife, say, has been in the house all day, and there's an argument between his wife and kids. This is the kind of person who will sit at the table and listen to both sides of the story equally, will listen to both the wife and then listen to the version that the child says, and then make a fair evaluation, like a judge will make a fair evaluation of hearing both sides of the story equally. Whereas as opposed to a cup sign, for example, the King of Cups, would be more like a peacekeeping energy, really, more just encouraging everybody. It doesn't matter what happened, just put it behind you and learn from it and just be peaceful, and the sense of community is what's more important, that kind of energy. But with the swords, I do have the person who was consulted in regards to this relationship acted without knowing you. Even if this person knows of you, they don't actually know you as a person to make that fair evaluation. And they believed at the time that they were making the right decision, because this is how they approach all their decisions. And I am hearing, especially in regards to their career, this person is very decisive in their career, and it's that approach that they apply to all their decisions. So this person didn't necessarily mean bad or ill, and they believed hand on heart that they were given the right advice to the situation. But the person receiving the advice, your other person, has come to realize that it was the wrong advice for them, that they should have listened to their heart, and now they're regretting it, and they're coming back in, hoping to reconnect and hoping that you will accept their apology and close out this cycle successfully with the World card. And I'm hearing to move on in the sense of to leave, to address the issues, to admit being wrong, but then to move on into the next chapter with you, okay, and leave this one behind, to close out the cycle. And even though they're apologetic, I'm getting the energy that they will beg for you to forgive them if that's what it takes. This person is begging their higher power, whatever that may be, whatever term you prefer to call yourself, okay? It's begging source that you'll forgive them and give them another opportunity. Is the word. I was going to say chance, but I'm hearing opportunity. I'm picking up somebody in this connection could possibly be self-employed or a business owner or work in management, is what I'm really picking up on, especially with that term opportunity. It really hit me there. So I have somebody who okay, so within this stalemate energy, I have somebody who was just focused on themselves. They've gone into this whilst being in this single energy. Okay, the other person in this has decided to focus on themselves here with the Nine of Pentacles, has been trusting their instincts, okay, that this is a temporary situation. You know that this is just a stalemate. Your instincts are on point in regards to this, and you took this time out to focus on yourself. You took this time out to focus on staying in your own lane, but you've also went through a glow up, because it's almost like you've been treating this separation like a chance to have a retreat, like a time out where you can focus on yourself instead of on other people. But your person is very dissatisfied and discontent with this situation, because you didn't go downhill, instead you went uphill, and your value in how you look at yourself, how you present yourself, has went up. You have learned to love yourself more. You've learned to, I am here, and respect yourself more. Because of that, you have raised the bar in how other people should treat you, and how other people can get away with treating you. And now because of this, you're not accepting the same BS, is the term I'm hearing, but you are not accepting the same BS standards that this person got away with giving you before. Now they're returning to a more upgraded version of you. I don't like using that term, but Spirit's telling me that the person I'm saying this to will be laughing and agreeing and going, yeah, I did upgrade. It's not like in a put you down kind of way. Spirit is reassuring me. So, but you will know what that means and see it in a positive way of what I mean and in agreement. But this person is seeing that and they are quite, they're a bit disappointed that you didn't, that you're not sitting around moping. Like, instead you had your glow up and you focused on yourself and you put that love within. And I'm not getting that they're bitter about it. It's just more like they thought that you would at least be moping around a day or two. So it's knocked their ego here a bit to think that actually they don't need me. They're perfectly fine without me. And that was a hard pill for this person to swallow. That was a very hard recognition for them. And what I am getting is there has been divine guidance throughout this entire situation. It is divinely led, divinely guided, but there was also divine intervention to bring things to this point, okay? So I do feel, as always, that this did happen for a reason, and I am getting it that it was for your person to learn to trust themselves, to trust their own instincts, and to not listen to other people before they listen to themselves, is what I'm getting. This was almost like an exercise that your person had to go through to learn that nobody else can guide them on their life path better than they can guide themselves. About them learning to trust their own intuition and to face and confront areas in their life where their dependence on others in terms of opinion and advice was really them shaking off the responsibility of having to make decisions, because then they could blame the advice of other people on the decisions that they made. So it hasn't worked this time. It hasn't worked this time, because this time they're left with the realization that the person who advised them has not advised them any differently from how they would advise anybody else, that it was meaningful, well-intentioned advice, and in other circumstances it would be excellent advice. But given the situation, they chose themselves to listen to their head as opposed to their heart, and they went with the logical that was presented, and they knew when they were approaching this other person, they knew that this other person made decisions out of logic, not out of emotion, which is why they sought it out. And they made the wrong choice. And they're seeing things from a different perspective. And here they come back. So yeah, do expect this person to reach out with an apology here. They are genuinely remorseful, and they have learned. I'm not going to say it any other way than what I see it and how I feel it and sense it. This person has learned their lesson and they are remorseful. The question is, will you take them back? That's the question. Yeah, look, news messages and communication with the Eight of Wands coming in. Okay, so this person is traveling towards you here as well with the World, and with the World that came out earlier, and the Eight of Wands just travel indicated. So to me, this would talk very much about this person coming towards you, traveling towards you, closing any distance gap that has been there, coming in with that apology. This person really wants you to forgive them and to turn things around. And I do have this reconnecting happening. It's going to be, the ball is going to be in your court, is what I'm hearing, whether you decide to take this person back or not. But I am getting, if you take this person back, you have up-leveled yourself in how you see yourself, how you treat yourself, how you will allow other people to treat you. And I am getting that if this person was to come back, there will be terms and conditions on your side, because now you have learned to draw your own boundaries in regards to behaviour, of what you'll accept and what you won't accept, which was also your lesson that you had to learn going through this as well. So it wasn't only a person learning a lesson, it was also yourself learning that it's a valuable lesson to learn. So all the best, guys. Ball's in your court.